All right, let's talk about a city that's not just changing, but completely reinventing itself right before our very eyes. We're talking about West Palm Beach and its really surprising journey from a sleepy retirement spot to one of America's next great boom towns. For the longest time, when you thought of West Palm Beach, what came to mind? Sunshine, maybe some golf, retirees, right? Well, you're going to have to update that mental image fast. Because today, it's an absolute powerhouse, pulling in some of the biggest names in finance and tech. So, how on earth did that happen? And look, we're not just talking about a little facelift here. This is a full-blown economic reinvention. We're going to break down how a Florida city famous for its lifestyle is suddenly making headlines for its business scene, attracting financial giants, and pretty much rewriting its own future. And you might think, okay, that sounds like a lot of marketing hype. But it's not. You've got leaders like John Rayshard, the CEO of the health tech firm Visium, who are betting big on the city. This quote really sums it all up. It's this perfect storm of a great lifestyle, an amazing tax setup, and just a relentless focus on growth. Okay, so this begs the question, right? Why? What is the secret sauce here? What's causing this rush to South Florida? It's definitely more than just the good weather. Let's dig into the real drivers behind this massive corporate migration. It really boils down to these four things. And what's so fascinating is how they all work together, kind of creating this incredible cycle. You have this pro-business climate with low taxes that attracts the companies. Then, that amazing quality of life makes it a no-brainer for their employees to say yes to a move. And since talent is more mobile than ever before, well, each piece just feeds the next. And let's be clear, this did not happen by accident. Florida, and especially during the pandemic, basically hung a giant "we're open for business" sign for the whole country to see. While a lot of other places were tightening restrictions, Florida was sending a crystal clear message. Come on down, we're ready for you. And it worked. And this right here, this quote is the real kicker. Because, it's one thing for a company to pack up its headquarters. It's a whole other thing for its best people to actually want to follow. The real game changer is that top-tier talent from all over the country isn't just willing to move to West Palm Beach, they're genuinely excited to do it. So the stories are compelling, but you know what's even more powerful? The numbers. Let's look at the hard data, because it really paints a picture of just how massive this transformation actually is. Okay, get ready for this. $1.12 billion. That's the amount of capital investment that has poured into Palm Beach County in just the last 5 years. I mean, that is an enormous vote of confidence from the business world. And that $1 billion isn't just from one or two big players. We're talking about more than 140 different companies that have either moved here or significantly expanded their operations in that same period. This is a widespread movement. And of course, where the companies go, the jobs follow. Over 13,000 direct jobs created. Now, that's not just a statistic, right? That represents thousands of careers, thousands of families putting down new roots. And just look at who is moving in. We're not talking about small firms here. These are the heavy hitters. You've got financial giants like Citadel, Goldman Sachs, and BlackRock setting up major operations. But it's not just finance. You've got prestigious universities like Vanderbilt and cutting-edge companies like Visium joining the party. The quality of investment is just off the charts. All this money and all these companies, well, it's doing something much deeper than just boosting the local economy. It's fundamentally changing the city's DNA. It's shifting what West Palm Beach is and who it's for. This quote just nails it. The city is making this massive pivot from being a lifestyle destination to a career destination. Think about what that means. It's no longer just the place you go to retire. It's the place you go to accelerate your career. And that changes everything. And if you want stone-cold proof, look no further than this chart. In just 5 or 6 years, the average age in West Palm Beach has plummeted from 45 to under 39. That is a huge demographic shift in such a short amount of time. It's the clearest sign you can get that a younger, more career-focused crowd is pouring in. So why is that age drop such a big deal? It's simple. For every single one of these companies moving in, what's their number one priority? It's talent. Finding it and keeping it. The city's transformation into a younger, more vibrant community makes it a magnet for the exact skilled workforce these companies are desperate to hire. Okay, but let's be realistic. You can't have this kind of explosive growth without some serious growing pains. When you grow this fast, things start to creak at the seams, and that's exactly what West Palm Beach is trying to navigate right now. It really raises the million-dollar question, doesn't it? Can any city expand this quickly and not run into major problems? So what are the biggest hurdles that West Palm Beach has to overcome to make sure this boom doesn't turn into a bust? It really comes down to three big ones. First, infrastructure. We're talking traffic and the basic systems that keep a city running. Second, housing affordability. When everyone wants to live somewhere, prices go through the roof. How do you make sure people who aren't making Wall Street salaries can still afford to live there? And finally, just smart, sustainable planning for what comes next. For a city that built its brand on quality of life, getting this stuff right isn't just important, it's absolutely essential. But even with all those challenges on the table, the feeling you get from leaders on the ground is incredibly optimistic. You hear quotes like this one from a key developer, and the message is clear. They think this is just the beginning. As huge as this boom feels right now, we might only be in the first few innings of a much, much bigger story. So when you step back and look at the whole thing, the story of West Palm Beach is more than just about one city. It's become a fascinating blueprint for how a place can completely reinvent itself in the 21st century. And it really leaves you with a provocative question. Which American city will be the next one to pull this off?